Hello Effy, my name is Marine. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I'm applying to Effy because these past 3 years of working on cruise ships, I've always passed by the Effy stores. I just fell in love with the jewelry. The jewelry is beautifully designed. You have beautiful art and aesthetics into the jewelry, the different colors, the different cuts, the different gemstones, and they just catch your eyes and they're very pleasing to the eyes. I especially love the animal motifs, so the leopards and the seahorses and the birds. I'm very much into animal energy myself, so those sort of pieces really catch my eye and I feel a huge connection with them. I'm also somebody who's worked in the jewelry industry before. I've worked for a different lady who's a jewelry designer, together on cruise ships and also with the shops. So in the shops you have the Mary Frances bags, so I always recommend to the guests to buy a pair of earrings or to buy a pair of necklace and then pair it together with their handbag so that you complete the set and it's all matching. And sometimes the accessories look better than the dress, but that's the whole point. In terms of jewelry, I really love to find the right piece for the guests by looking at the guest design and the art that they have and the colors that they're wearing or the colors of their natural features, and then finding pieces complementary, whether it be a piece for their birthday or for their anniversary or a wedding gift, finding something that is also going to complement them. So looking at the art and the beauty and the design of the jewelry piece and complementing it to them. I'm also somebody who's into like gemstones by birth month, and I also gemstones with their healing properties. So if you wear jade, that is for good luck, it's for health. If you wear sapphire, that's really good if you're a Cancer or if you're a Capricorn. So by pairing your different gemstones to your birth month is also a really nice way to connect with the energy healing that gemstones have and bringing that to the guest as well. And then bringing like your personal connections with the jewelry piece, how it was made, where the gemstones come from, the different quality and the different colors and their different properties and so forth, so that the guests have a really good understanding of the piece, and they fall in love with the piece, they fall in love with the story of the piece and the design of the piece. So I really love to do that. I myself am an artist. I'm very beauty and art inclined, so I really love to just talk about this sort of stuff. And then while I was working on Holland America, I had a colleague and a friend who worked with Effy, and she was telling me about Effy's story and how him and his son started the business and that they're both Persian of descent. And I just found that really wonderful because I'm also Persian of descent and you hardly ever meet anybody from Persia on ships. So I just felt a real kindred spirit with that. And I just felt really proud that, people are able to achieve their dreams. They make their ambitions come true. So it made me really happy to know that. I'm also somebody who likes to achieve my dreams and to make my ambitions come true. I've worked in the sales industry for the past 8 years now, so I understand high revenue sales, I understand targets, I understand how to communicate with the guest. I'm from North America and that's where I'm born and raised, so I understand North American culture, American guests, Canadian guests, UK, Australian guests, how to communicate with them, how to, persuade them to buy a piece, not to make it pushy, how to help them connect with the piece, and so forth. That sort of art and skill in the communication so that, guests really feel the value of the piece and they feel that connection with the piece. So I'm really much into having the guests connect with the products that they're buying so that, they understand the value of the piece and it helps to bring value to them. It helps to bring them happiness. So I'm all about that. I'd really much like to have an interview if you believe that my candidacy is strong, which it is. I'd love to have an interview to chat a little bit more. Thank you so much for your time and consideration of my candidacy, and I hope to talk to you soon.